Hello and welcome to Nettisnadelkunst Podcast, episode number, I forgot. This is my sixth take now, and every start I misspelled or said something very stupid, so I try to avoid this time. But I'm so happy, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you very much for waiting such a long time for me to record. I'm sorry for that. I just couldn't find the time, so I didn't think of you. This was not the case. It's just the time. Yeah, so many exciting things going on, so much going on in my private life and in my work life. So that's that. And welcome to every new watcher. Thank you for having me. I hope you come back, I hope you enjoy it, and I do my best that we have a great show today. And the past weeks for me have been very much up and down. And the last week I'd say was a very high up, because we had a Backnang Wool Festival. Backnang Wool Festival is a smaller one in Germany, and I'm not sure if you ever have heard about it, but you should. It's a small one, but a very special one, and it's near Stuttgart, you could say. For me it's an hour and a half drive, because I have to surround some hills, so the streets are made like this that you have to go first almost to Stuttgart and then back to Backnang. And I'm not driving by car. I don't have a driving license. Yeah, don't believe it or not. So I have to take public transportation, and that's how it is. You could reach it, I think, by car much quicker. Yeah, anyways, I will tell you a bit about that wool festival, and because I think it's interesting for international folks as well, because there are more and more international visitors to this wool festival, and I've talked to a few of them, and they were all very happy and they enjoyed the time there, and they said it's worthwhile coming there, and you're very quick, fly to Stuttgart and then half an hour's drive you're there, and it's fun. It's just fun. They do everything in the book to entertain you, to keep you busy, to keep you interesting. Of course, to empty your purse. They have very good vendors, and they're hand-picked vendors, because their space there is very limited. And they have classes there which could if that makes sense, could compare with any wool festival in the world, I guess. I will tell you in a moment about it. Yeah, usually I start my podcast with what I'm wearing today, but yeah, I'm wearing an apron. Look at it. Isn't that cute? Look at this. Yeah, you have to look at my large body now, but that's how I'm made. That's how I am. So don't laugh. It was expensive to get it in that size. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm just showing this to you because on the Wool Festival I was wearing, I love it, I was wearing this all the time with my Nettisnadelkunst Ravelry sticker. That, can you see it? Oh, the glare is bad. Yeah, that in order to meet new people and that maybe someone recognizes me. And now I'm wearing this apron again. Maybe now it's the other way around. Someone watching me here and thinking of, oh yeah, I saw that strange lady walking around there on the grounds on that festival. No, anyways, the festival has been on last Friday and Saturday. Oh, I wish it would last longer than 2 days, but yeah, I think it's hard work for the organizers and all the vendors, and you could see how much attention to detail they put into that fest. It's amazing. It's amazing. You walk onto the ground, and the moment you're there, you feel at home. There are like alpaca grazing on the lawn and sheep, and you can pet them. They're very sweet and but soft. And it was my first impression was you saw tents, you saw this pretty building of that school, and it's laid out in a special way. It's a Waldorf school, and you saw already many people walking around, but it hasn't been packed. Just some people walking there. You could see the animals, you could see the tents, you could see already many colors and wool and fiber, and of course you see some friends, and it's a big greet and hello. And I've been half an hour late to my first class because all the greeting going on there, because there are many people I only can meet there. That's why, yeah, it took me a while to get to my classroom. Oh, in the entrance you get, I forgot something. I forgot something. I'm sorry, but I take it off because it's made of rubber and it sticks to my arm. So I took it off. So that's the entry, how you say that, the ID that you have paid your entry fee. It's just €2.50. So this is one per day, yeah, Friday and Saturday a black one. First day a green one. The green one is Friday, black one Saturday, right? Yeah, you get it at the entrance, and at the entrance they had a prize draw as well. I didn't get anything, but I got so many things. If you could see my table here, you would think I'm crazy, and yes, I am. I'm crazy about wool and fiber and color and texture, and I want all the things, like, yeah, who doesn't? And you got something very, very nice in the entrance as well. You could, there was a basket with, look at this, isn't that cute? With little skeins of alpaca wool. It's 100% alpaca, and it came from Fair Alpaca. Fair Alpaca is a new company, quite new, and they sell only alpaca wool, I guess, or alpaca mixed wool. And this is the Fair Alpaca. There you see it. Fair Alpaca is their name, and I can tell you, this is good. This is something good. And of course, 2 days, 2 skeins, and I think for a head it's still not enough, but I guess some very nice hand warmers will do the job, and I will try this out. And just touching it makes me wanting more of this. Wow, gorgeous stuff. This is now, let's see, is it DK weight, I guess. Yeah, it looks like, it doesn't say, it's just advertising here. It says 50 grams in a 300 gram set, and every skein is just €3, so there's a special sale going on. Yeah, but it doesn't say which quality it is. So it's 100% alpaca. You can tell from just looking at it, touching it. I wouldn't believe, yeah, that's 100%, I guess. So that's the entry already. So you got wool and fiber. So, and right after coming, I had to go to my class. Right, they started at 11 o'clock, and the class started at 11 as well. But I came by train, so I've been a bit late, and then meeting people and greet people, it made me very late. I'm sorry, Gilly and Mel, for disturbing your class, but I've been to an art yard camp, and I booked the art yard camp flat rate, so you could anyway come and leave as you wished. But if a teacher is talking and you enter the door, you don't know because you can't listen, you don't hear it. Yeah, and you enter the door and you open the door and the teacher's talking. It's kind of awkward, you know. It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, but all was fine. They were very sweet to me, and yeah, they teach me something, and I'm hooked. I'm hooked now. I thought, okay, I take this art yarn class. I'm curious how this works, and I didn't think of it in terms of real yarn. It was just like, yeah, it's an art. It's like you can, yeah, sure, you can weave it, and you can knit some nice accents with it, and yeah, but it's so complicated and hard to get there to make a yarn you hardly use. I didn't think of it was just playing, you know, wasting fiber. You could spin real yarn. After that class, I can tell you, this is real yarn. This is real yarn, and it's has nothing at all to do with the beginners stuff you make when you once you learn spinning. This is you have to use certain techniques and think of what you do before you even start making art yarn. But I tell you more about this a bit later on. I have some finished objects here to show you. And here I can show you my very first art yarn I ever made. And this is a core spun. Look at this. It's the single. It's a single. It still has energy. You can see, yeah, you can tell. Yeah, it's core spun, but you can, as you can see, you still see my core. Yeah, you can see it. This is maybe better. Yeah, you can still. It's two colors. Yeah, and the blue color has been the core. It still is the core. And then we look the whole skein. You see here, especially here in this purple area, you always see the blue. This is my very first tries. It's more. It looks like plied. Yeah, because I was holding the wool in the wrong angle. That was my problem at the beginning. But the time I got better and better. And some areas are completely covered. Like this one here, that's a bigger one. Irregular, but now good to see for you. No, not really. Yeah, anyways, I got better. And some, this one in the middle, this one. Is completely covered with fiber, and that was the goal. This is about core spinning. If you don't know, if you're not a spinner, you have a core, some sort of yarn, whatever. It can be a commercial cheap yarn, whatever you do not like anymore, for instance, to knit with, and you have that core, tie it on your wheel, and then you have some spinning fiber and spin the fiber around that core in a certain technique. So the fiber covers the whole core. So usually a fiber is made that way up, yeah, when you spin, but this fiber is made that way, so that the yarn looks different. Yeah? The angle of the fiber is different. That makes it very interesting, and that was always a technique I wanted to learn, and that's why I've been there. I wanted to learn other techniques as well, but I had so much to learn, so much. It took me so much time to practice this technique that I didn't get to anything else. But you will see what I made of it. It was worth it, waiting the time and taking my time to learn that technique correctly. So my very first art yarn, yay me! I'm very happy about that. So you can tell. So then. Then they had a lunch break, and later on I had a second class. This class was held by Abby Frankmont. Yes, believe it or not, Abby was at Backnang Wool Festival, as well as Sheila Bosworth. But unfortunately, I didn't meet Sheila. I saw her from a distance, but there was no time to go to her and greet her. I would love to. I miss that, and I regret not meeting her in person. And as I heard, she had some spindles with her, and my heart sank. I thought, oh no, I missed that. Unbelievable, I missed that. But I met Abby, and that was very special for me, because I introduced her book already to my German podcast, because I think that's the best book about spindles that exist. It's Respect the Spindle, she wrote, and I took a class. It's one of her sections in the book is called the same. That's why I'm looking it up here. Where is it now? Getting More Done with Your Spindle was the title. It's here on page 76. Yeah, and of course I took my book with me and let it sign her, because she was so nice. She's such a good teacher. She has a technique teaching you, which I like very much, and I'm giving spinning lessons myself, so I did not only learn about getting more done with spindles. I learned about how to teach things. That was interesting as well, because she never said, you make it wrong, never. No! She just showed it right. And that's a different in teaching, because it keeps you more happy as a student, and more not. You already feel strange if you try strange techniques and try to leave your comfort zone, and which is uncomfortable. Yeah. And yeah, I enjoyed her class a lot. She, for instance, made us spinning with closed eyes, which was quite an experience. And this is the yarn coming from that experience. First, I have a knot in it on purpose, that I still know which is which. She let us spin like with a spindle and eyes open, but she said, spin as quick as you can in, I think it was 3 minutes or so, or 5 minutes. No, 5 too long. I think 3 minutes. And she says, spin as fast as you can. And we all stood up and like spinning like crazy with our spindles, and like she was laughing at us, because she told us in other countries she's teaching that wouldn't happen. This was just in Germany. And she was telling us many more things about us, like being different too, because we were her first German class, I believe. And she was telling us many more things, like for instance, we had a 5-minute break because of the class was very long, like 3 hours or so. And in the middle, we asked her for a 5-minute break, and she said, yeah, okay, but please come back in 5 minutes. And we all did. Like after 4 minutes 59, the last person came into the class, and she was amazed. She said that would never happen in any other class in the world. So, yeah, that's us. That's German. That's being German. But we didn't think of it. We just we know. Or with our inner clock, maybe that's it. Like, okay, 5 minutes is that amount of time, and we all came back. That's it. And yeah, basically we all just wanted a breath of fresh air. It was a very warm day, like 20 degrees Celsius, and being all day in a classroom, yeah, after a while it's getting tired. So anyway, back to the class. This is what I spun. Yeah, like it's now 6 or 8 ply or something. Yeah, it's all. I just put it together that it will hold better together. This is what I spun, and that time I'm a slow spinner. That's why I took that class, getting more done. So this is the one I spun with my closed eyes, and it's much better than I thought. Yeah, we'll put them together on the screen. You can see this is the one. This one has 2 knots here. How to this? Yeah, can you see there? One. There's the second knot, and here this one has only 1 knot. This is the one I spun with my eyes open. Yeah, and the other one I spun blind. So there's not much difference. Yeah? Okay, this little raw area you see here, that's the beginning of the strand. Yeah, that's why it looks a bit unspun here. Yeah, so that's why. So they have both the same length, but to me it was amazing to see, even with closed eyes, you get a rather good yarn. So maybe I shouldn't control so many things I'm doing while spinning. I shouldn't think. I shouldn't do how to say that? Think so much and think of, ooh, being perfect. Ooh, yeah, spinning is so hard. Ooh, yeah, so, you know. Maybe that's a stupid thing to do. Maybe I should be more relaxed now. I've got the word. I should be more relaxed while spinning. Yeah, this is what this teach me. Yeah, and of course I showed you the book, and she showed us several other techniques. For instance, like winding the yarn on your hand in a certain way, or I never will forget. Abby, if you ever see this, I will never forget the finger thing, but I can't show it on the screen right now because it's a very rude gesture in, I think, any country in the world. It involves your middle finger, but it makes you very quick in winding on a length of yarn, and you spin with your hand spindle. Yeah, and it's on your way. I knew already about the butterfly thing, but I did it with different fingers, and I didn't recognize it slows me down so much. But with that technique, you have just it's like click click, yeah, with your hands, like tick tick, and now then you can wind on. So, and it's maybe only 2 seconds quicker, but little by little, small things matter in knitting and spinning and any craft. Yeah. So in the long run, it makes you much quicker. And there are many, many more tips and tricks. And at the end, the class was an hour longer than everybody expected, which was really nice because Abby is fun to talk, and she is so knowledgeable about fabric, about fibers, about spinning. Oh, I want to take all her classes now and to learn much more, because of course I think most things she teaches about spindles are in this book already, I know, but it's a difference if someone tells it to you in person than reading it just for me. If you never seen her, I think here's a picture of her in the book. Let me see. Yeah, you can see her spinning here. This is maybe a good one to show. She's a very, very nice person. Not, of course, she's a star in the spinning world, I think, but she has no kind of weird attitude. She's very natural, very nice and easy to talk to. Really. Yeah, and of course, we efficient Germans take a class of spindle efficiency. Of course. Efficient Germans want to be even more efficient, right? I'm really slow. I'm a slow spindler. And sitting in that class with my classmates, I have to admit, I've been the slowest one. Like we measured after this 3 minutes period of time, we measured our yarn, and mine was the shortest. But we didn't do it in public in the class. But after the class, I was talking to all my classmates, and they were like, "Oh, I have 8." We had to wind the yarn around our arm and then count the number of strands, and I had 3 strands, and my friend had 8. So just to get you an idea how slow I am. And so this class was really useful for me, and I learned a lot, and I was quicker already after that class, just by winding on in a different way and winding on the yarn in a different way on my hand. And I'm training now every day spindling. I'm spinning every day, but not spindling necessarily. So, alright, and now I'm sitting here in front of my huge table. Whew, and of material, and think of where to start. Backnang Wool Festival is a big vendors market as well, not as big as last year, because they decided on having more space for their visitors, like for sitting and talking and bringing their own spinning wheels and sitting there they had a large tent only for spinners called Spinners Corners, where I heard Sheila Bosworth and Abby were there to talk to people and meet and greet and things like that. But I have been on other classes, and that's why I couldn't talk to Sheila, for instance. Anyways, on the market, oh my god, I got all the things. No, not really, but a few. I always start traditionally with a skein of a special colorway they only do for the Backnang Wool Festival, and this tradition is invented by Spinning Martha. You say in German? Spinning Martha. Yeah, you see it? Yeah. That's and that's the colorway. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I love it. I especially fond of this green, and of course of pink and blues as well. It's my colors. And this quality is Blue Faced Leicester, but she had different qualities this year. She had lace as well, she had tweed yarn as well, decay weight tweed, I think. But my choice, I wanted just one skein, just as a souvenir, you know. So I wanted just one skein to make like a scarf or something, and this is here 400 meters per 100 grams, 100% Blue Faced Leicester. And oh, I love it a lot. It's a tradition. I buy this every year, and every year the colorway is a bit different, a little bit different, not much. So maybe I could mix them. No, let's see. Let's see what it wants to be later on. On another booth, I got a Ply magazine. I know in America, I know it's nothing special to get. And in Germany, it's rather hard to get this magazine, but I found out now there is a vendor in Germany selling these on a regular basis, and you can even have a subscription, which is kind of very nice. And I got myself the worsted issue, because I'm a worsted spinner, and I haven't started reading it because all what happened at the Wool Festival, all what was going on, it's still in my mind and still working, and I can't concentrate. Like I want to do all the things. I got such a big inspiration, and yeah, that's why and this is something for a quieter moment, to concentrate on it, to learn something, because it's written like it's a magazine, of course, but to me the knowledge here written in that magazine is so good that I want to read it when I'm more calm and relaxed and open for new information. At the moment it's just too much. And the vendor I got it from her name is Spinnert und Gewollt. It's kind of, I put it in the show notes if you're interested to look at her work, because she's a hand dyer too. She's specialized in dyeing fiber. Can you see that? Put your sunglasses on. Now it's getting amazing and bright and colorful. Look at this one. Look at this beauty. This is something I got from the booth from the put it here, right? So like this. Spinnert und Gewollt dyed this, and it's a blend. I'll tell you in a moment what it is exactly. Yeah, it's very bright. It's neon, actually. So I'm glad that this doesn't show on the screen right now. So it's 80% pulvar wool, 20% soy, and it's hand dyed, and it's 190 grams of awesomeness. And look at this. Look at the colors. Look at, it's very interesting dyed, because there are white areas as well. So I'm really curious how this will spin up. I guess that's the soy part of it, which does take the color differently. I think that's why it's looking that way. So the next booth I went to was Filzlinge. Filzlinge, here it is has a meaning of Feldling, something like that. So she's from the felting more than from spinning, but she dyes, hand dyes fiber, basically for felters, but it's very usable for spinners too. Oh, this color doesn't show right. Oops. It's much darker. Maybe I come closer. No, it's much darker. Bollywood is greeting you. Yeah. It's not as yellow as you see it here. Yeah, it's almost, but much darker colors. Yeah. Very, very soft. It's 50% silk, 50% wool. The wool is 18 micron merino, and it's, oh my god, it's soft. My god, it's soft. At first glance, I thought it's alpaca, because a little bit fussy. A little bit, the hairs come off here a little bit. So I'm really curious how that spins. It's so soft. It's so, oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, her name is Filzlinge. The name of her shop is Filzlinge. Sorry. See it here? I put it in the show notes as well. And she has a very funny business card with these little felted birds on it. Very nice to see. And that's 102 grams. So, and she got very, very good silk sheets. I got one here. In rainbowy colors. Yeah, it's packed in plastic. So, but when I put it out, it's open and will get dusty, and that's why I leave it in the bag for the moment until I spin it. Yeah, it's 100% silk, and I'm already spinning with this awesomeness because I got two, and I put a hole in the middle with my finger here, and then pulled so that I get a loop, the silk loop, and I'm spinning now from that loop. You can see here, this is my loop. Oopsala. doesn't look good, but because I mingled around with it already. So here, the blue and the green is almost spun up already on my little spindle. Can you see the spindle? This looks special, isn't it? This spindle I got at the Wool Festival as well. It's medieval spindle. It's on this one here. It's clay, I think. Yeah, it's clay, and you can get it off. And it came in different sizes. Yeah, like a little stone with a hole in it. Yeah, you can could choose your own little stone. So put it back on. Oops. Now you can spin with it. And she was showing this technique, spinning, medieval spinning with the D stuff in a class as well. So, but her name, I only say she. Her name is Katrin Kania. Oh, she has a doctor title as well. She's Dr. Katrin Kania. Palia is her shop called, and she sells many things from medieval time, and very, very good ones. She had, for instance, she had ink there they used in that time, or she had thread, gold laminated and silver laminated thread beautiful, beautiful. And this is another kit I got from her, but with a larger spindle, see? But together with wool and an explanation how to do it. But I found out it's not much different medieval spinning than how we spin today, because the basics is the same. You have to spin fiber, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, so no news on that side. And my class, I got another top. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! I bought a rainbow. The things you see, orange and bright pink here, are actually, yes, it's dark orange, and it's darker, much darker pink. Again, the same problem. It's too bright at the moment. Yeah, this is 190 grams of wonderful fiber. This I got from, she's called Frau Wo aus Po. She was one of my teachers in the art yarn class. That's her logo, her card, Frau Wo aus Po. Yeah, you will get it in the show notes as well. And this is like 50% polewart and 50% Tussa silk. Yeah, I love polewart. Yeah, it comes when you spin it, and when it's done, how do you say that? It grows. It grows after its relaxing bath, and I love that effect. Yeah, and last but not least, I got one very special, because Mother's Day isn't far away, and there was Steffi. Steffi is a crocheter, but not only a simple crocheter. She crocheted, for instance, crochets bags and book covers and all kind of things you could use. And this is the little heart. Yeah, it's a keyring. Yeah, and I bought this for Mother's Day. And this is her card, Steffi Teschi, it's called. It's better, that's very German. It's better I put this in the show notes as well, because you should check her out. Her stuff is just wonderful. She crochets with a cotton viscose kind of yarn, which looks almost like silk. Of course, I got a green heart as well. Yeah, this one. Yeah, she makes wonderful stuff. I have a bag from her, but not right here. I can't show you. Can't show it right now. I would have to leave the room and search for it. It would take too long. anyways, and they have every year they have a great vendor for handmade cosmetics, handmade soap. Oh, you should smell this here. This is wonderful, wonderful. This one is called, I have to look it up, Samt and Seide, Tuft and Silk. Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. The whole room is smelling good right now. This is more like a citrus, yeah, Zitrusschäumchen. Oh my god, citrus foam. Yeah, yeah, and it's decorated a little bit. Oh. I use them. They're very creamy, and I use them as shower bars. Yeah? And I don't use it only for my hands, because this is so many very good oils and essential oils are in this, plant oils. It's very creamy, and you touch it, it feels like cream already. So it's very good on your skin. And the name of her shop is Feinste Seifen. Yeah, this is her business card. Feinste Seifen. She's got an internet shop as well. Yeah, www.feinste-seifen.de. Katrin Hafemann. Yeah, I will put that in the show notes that you can find out later. So, and in the class, in the art yarn class, there was a lady winning on the door an art yarn bed, and she didn't want it for several reasons. I'm sorry, hard to say. And I liked it, and she asked who wants it, and I raised my hand quicker than anyone else. Embarrassing, I know, but I wanted that one. It was so pretty, and it's already spun, so I can only show now what's been around that wool. That is from Lady's Turn is her name. Her name is Melanie Balbach. She runs at some German markets. I'm not sure if she has an internet shop, but I will link her blog. Yeah, could be that she puts some beds. She makes art beds for art yarn spinners, and that thing was awesome. Wonderful material. It's spun already, so I can show you only the spun yarn. So, and now we come to the stuff. I made my whips, as you call it, work. No, not whips. Finished objects! Goodness me! This is spun from the bat Melanie made, and it had. I'd have to take a piece of paper to read that out for you. It's basically 95% wool and 5% others, like nylon, I think. Yeah, it's Kent lamb wool, merino, chubut, milk sheep, silk, and I put some beads in it. Look at it. And you can see these blue dots here. There has been some pieces of yarn in that fiber, which was kind of interesting here, for instance. Yeah, or white as well. It was kind of interesting to spin it in. So I'm a beginning art yarner. Yeah, please bear in mind when you look at this. Yeah, don't laugh. I tried different techniques to spin that yarn. Yeah, for instance, spiral plies you see here, which I love the most. That's why I kept doing this. But here you can see some net plying. Yeah, I tried this as well. Especially for the bigger parts here, where like larger objects were in the wool, I net plied them. Yeah, and I put some beads in it. Not many. Yeah. Here you can see one. There's another one. Yeah, and I loved spinning this. Can tell you, it was big fun to make it. And it's 100 and the bat was 85 grams, but with all my plying and beads and so on, it came to 140 grams of very, very awesome, I think, yarn, and I like it. And it will one day it will be a cowl, I think. So put my back. That I still know what it is, but my it's just because I was talking about all the vendors. My very, 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 very first art yarn is this one here. Again, it's much darker. The blue is much darker. Yeah, this is the red is not, this is just to hold the yarn together. It's not spun in. I open it up. And then you see, whoopsala, as you can see, it's balanced. Yeah, this is something I'm very proud of. Yeah, first art yarn and balanced. Wow, who would have thought of that? Yeah, and look at all the fibers. I spun. So again. Yeah, it's a beginner's piece. Here, for instance, you see, yeah, it should be a coarse spun yarn, and the dark blue you see here, yeah, is the core. And not so it should be inside. You shouldn't be able to see it, but yeah, again, it's a beginner's piece. Yeah, and this one is very soft. It's a cowl as well, but a smaller one than the other one. And this one I will knit up first, because it's smaller and you will get quicker results. Yeah. Anyways, so and then of course I've been hooked. I wanted to make more of this yarn, and I did. Look at that. I just quickly show it to you, not to bore you to death. If you're not interested in spinning, it must be a very boring episode right now for you. This is the project I'm still working on. It's 95% merino. This is very nice lady at Ravelry made that for me. We were swapping, and I got her, I think, some books or so, I don't remember. Oh, and some spinning wheel parts. And she made me some art yarn beds. And look at that green. I asked especially for apple green and pink, and I got those colors. And I'll show you here. I'm still spinning on it. The material I'm spinning with, just like Wensleydale locks. This is the fuzzy stuff here. Yeah, and some Firestar nylon. Yeah, very sparkly stuff. Oh, I'm sorry to turning my back on you. So, and here is the bed. One of the beds she made me. I think I have 6 or 7 of those, and I love it. I'm still working on it right now. This is a finished object here. It's from a hand-dyed bed I had in my stash, because I loved the colors. I didn't know how to spin it, but I loved it so much that I bought it and told me one day I can spin it, and now I did. It's from Monika Görig, Ätherische Öle. She dyed and prepared the fiber for me, and I spun it now. So the green you can see through is the ply. It's not the core anymore, so I got better. The core was blue, and you can't see it anymore. Dark blue. Yeah. If you see it, yeah, I buy you a coffee. Look at this closely. No, I'm very, very pleased with that result. And especially look at this. I love this when you ply this, yeah, and the yarn pops out like corkscrews. Yeah. Ah, it's fun. It's fun to make, I tell you. Try it. Try it out. It's so good. So, again, I'm sorry for turning, but there's no other way to show you all the things. Oh yeah, no, we can do it like that as well. To show you all the things. And yeah, talking about and showing and putting in the camera is a bit hard today. It took me like an hour to make the setup for everything here. Yeah, so this is, so my living room usually looks different. Not, anyways, so what you see here now, enough of the Wool Festival, but I will get back to it all the time because I'm talking 50 minutes already. So we should cover some stuff now here. Anyway, yeah, finished object. I'm not wearing it because of the apron, you know already. This is Laneway. The pattern is called Laneway by Vera Välimäki. I made it a little bit different, you can tell. I used some color work, and I didn't do the pockets because the area where the pockets are is the bigger part of my body, and I don't want to draw attention to that part, and that's why I skipped the pockets. And I don't need pockets in a sweater, never. Even I don't need pockets in a cardigan as well, not necessary. I have a handbag, so because I think if you put something in your pocket and that's a soft material, yeah, it forms strangely, and I don't like that. So yeah, this is made out of kid mohair and silk blend by Lana Grosser. The yarn is called Tuss Hena. And let me check if I have the tag with me, please. No, I don't. Bad podcaster, not prepared. Okay, it's called Tuss Hena. I will again put a link in the show notes. It's not a new yarn. It's an older one. I hope it's not discontinued. You can still get it because it's wonderful. It looks like a one ply. Look at that. Yeah, it's look at the colors. I love them. They're very shiny, yeah, of course, because of the silk content. And they look like a one ply, but they're not. I don't know how many plies it has. Oh, can't tell. I can't tell. No. Maybe it's a one ply too. Oh, I'm not an expert at these things. Okay, leave it. But I love the colors. Someone told me it will pill the moment you look at it. I can't say. I was wearing this already one whole week, and no pilling, nothing, nowhere. So I hope, yeah, it's fuzzy. It's there is fiber coming off, and you touch it, you can feel it. So it will pill, of course it will. Yeah, you can tell already. Yeah. Oh, there's one. Oh, a big one. Oh. At the moment I'm talking about it. Oh, excuse me. I'm a liar. That's the proof. Now, I just didn't know. I didn't reckon. Okay. Because yeah, I put this on the. Oh yeah, a little bit. All right. Yeah. Okay. There's pilling. All right. She was right. I'm wrong. It's pilling. Yeah. It's but I love it. It's very soft, and it has a very good drape. Yeah. See, it's very soft and light. I like to wear it. It's nice on your skin, and that's why. No, that's not the right one. Let me get the one. That's why I had enough yarn available still. Then I started another project with the same yarn. Yeah, with all the leftovers now. And it's the Atelier, you can't see much now. It's the Atelier cardigan from Heidi Kirlmeier. Just get this pattern. I love Heidi Kirlmeier's patterns because they are written out so special. Oh, it's a black and white picture. Let's see. Let's see if I'm able to get that out in a good. Yes. Yeah, the pictures are. I don't like it, but who cares? So, this is the Atelier cardigan. So, and again, I'm thinking of skipping the pockets on that one. I'm still not sure yet. Maybe I give it a try, but it will be only a decorative thing, not for use. So that's why. Let's see. So I should tell you on which needles I am here. It's like fours, I think. No, 3.75 is the correct answer, and they're the Knit Pro interchangeable needles. Yeah. So that's that, and I'm parking this in my fondant fiber bag. Oh, I love that fabric. Yeah, I love that fabric. It's by Fondant Fiber, but it's too bright again. This is here dark purple, and it perfectly matches here the plants here on the fabric. It's a perfect match, and I love it. Oh, there's little mice on it. It's really sweet. This was a set of bags. You can tell. Fondant Fiber. It's Deb is her name. Is the really good sewer, and a very good fiber artist as well. You can get very good top Rolex from her. It's worthwhile looking at her shop. So, and in this bag I got a new project. It's the pattern I got from from the Nitty Spin, it's called, I think. And this is a scarf. Pattern's name is Nahand. Oh, it's far too bright. It's much. The colors are much more intense than you see in natural than you see on the screen. Yeah. I'm trying everything to make it the look it really has. No, I'm sorry, it's not getting any better. So this is handspun yarn I'm using, and it's a 4.5 millimeter wooden needle. It's rosewood, and they're made by Holz und Stein is the name of the company. They're handmade. So these needles you can get at Backnang Wool Festival as well, and you can buy them in their shop as well. But it's not a real internet shop. You would have to send a fax to them. But they have a great service. You can try it. It's an older couple. They're not into internet and these kind of things. So in a few seconds my recording will stop because the maximum time is reached, and I decided to finish it now because then we have 4 sections of podcast that will be just. Oh, the seconds are counting down. I'm sorry to break it up so abruptly. Just showing you the New Zealand lamb handspun yarn I use for that. It's dyed by Monika Göhlich. So, and with that I have to leave you now because I don't want to record 4 episodes on one day. I'm sorry again. I'm so much talking about Backnang Wool Festival, but really it was the biggest event for this year, and it will come back 2017. Maybe you consider to visit it that time then. So thank you very much for watching, Thank you very much for being with me. All the best to you. God bless you. And hope I see you back soon. Goodbye.